Right now, to become president, the U.S. Constitution says a person must be 35 years old, a resident within the United States for 14 years, and, here's the key, a natural-born citizen. And the last one is the one which my next guest takes issue with. It's a debate that last raged in 2004 when the name Arnold Schwarzenegger was being batted around as a potential presidential candidate. Now it's Kingston resident Alina Mulhern leading the charge. She was born in China, adopted here, became a citizen when she was 10 months old. She's written to the White House, her request accompanied by a petition signed by dozens of classmates. But after she got stock responses from both the president and the first lady, she headed to the State House to make her case there. We're also joined by Alina's mother, Barbara Mulhern Caprell. Great to meet you both. When did you decide you wanted to be president?
I decided I wanted to be president after visiting Washington and seeing all the memorials and watching President Obama's inauguration.
How old were you?
I was 8.
What took you so long? So when she first said to you, I want to be president of the United States, she's 8 years old, what do you say to this kid?
I said to her that she couldn't be, because there was a law that said that if she was born in another country, she couldn't be.
How'd you feel like saying that? I mean, basically saying you're not like the kid sitting next to you in class. You're different from her.
It was disheartening. It broke my heart in two to tell her, but I knew I had to tell her that.
Why do you want to be, you don't know this because you're not old enough. There are a lot of very famous people who have been asked the question, why do they want to be president? Who were running for president, who couldn't even answer the question. So why do you want to be president, Alina?
I want to be president because I think I would make a great leader by bringing people together. I would guide our country so it would be an even greater place to live, work, raise a family. I would make informed decisions in our country's best interest. Most of all, I love my country, I want to serve my country, and this is my country.
Can I tell you something? I'm going to ask you a stupid question after that. I was going to say, were you nervous when you testified at the State House? But the answer is, you weren't, were you?
I was a little.
Just a little?
Yeah.
Because you don't appear nervous here. So, were you part of this, by the way, or is this all out of her head?
No, that's how we talk about it. So that's really mostly all about her head, because this is her country, and she's made it quite clear to me that this was not fair, that this is her country, and that she should be able to run for president.
I thought my kids are from China too. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. You say in some of your testimony, you said there have been a lot of people who have been prevented from running from the presidency because of this provision in our Constitution. Do you know some? Who are those people? Who are either of you? Who's somebody who?
Well, Henry Kissinger wanted to do it. I think
Yeah.
Madeleine Albright wanted to do it. Obviously, Arnold, which you've already mentioned, wanted to do it. There were all of those people.
So let's assume this thing, and by the way, what you want, from what I understand, since obviously it's the United States Constitution, you just want the people at the State House to pass some sort of a resolution saying that the legislature of Massachusetts is on board, which will hopefully cause members of Congress to wake up, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's assume, worst case scenario, that in the short run at least, you don't get what you're looking for. What was the value out of this experience for you, Alina? Was there? I mean, or do you feel, because a lot of these battles are long battles. Amending the Constitution, I'm sure you and your mom and others have talked, is not something you just snap your finger and happen.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask you, what is the value of the experience?
She talks a lot about not just doing this for her, but for doing it for other kids just like her, and to identify an issue that's really important. It's about equality. It's equality for adopted kids that are U.S. citizens. And I think that's an important lesson. And it's the democratic process. It's the civic responsibility and obligation, I think, that we're all learning here. Because, her entire school, the Kingston Intermediate School and the Kingston Elementary School, have all been so behind her. And we're teaching kids that you stand up for what is right because we're in America and that's what we do.
Well, that's exactly where it's going. You've rallied your friends, your colleagues, some fellow adoptees. They're all on board, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your first official act? Let's assume this works out for you. I'm not sure it's going to work out in the short run. But let's assume it works out at some point. You're elected president of the United States. Day one, every candidate says, here's what I'm going to do day one. What are you doing?
I'm going to
make me the first mom.
And make me Secretary of State?
There you go. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal. In all seriousness, this is great. And I'll answer the question you didn't want to answer. Just going through this process, this civics thing, and letting your friends and people watching the show that says if a kid actually cares about something, you can possibly make serious change, I think it's fabulous. I'm really, really proud to meet you. Barbara, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your work.
Thank you.
And Alina, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
You too.
Good luck with
Thank
your
you.
effort.